Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Van Centre here in Exeter. I'm Sophie Fisher and today we're going to be taking a look around the incredible eVito. Now the Vito has been a firm favourite on the UK road since when it was launched back in 1996. But how does the new eVito fare? There's only one way to find out. Let's take a look. The eVito that we're going to be taking a look at today is the L2 progressive model. Now, as you'd expect, there's a lot of different options that you can have on your eVito, including some of the ones that we've got on our eVito here. So you can have things like this pretty beautiful looking chrome grille feature here, which gives it a really premium feel at the front of the van. And you also, as standard, get halogen lights with high beam assist. One of the main differences in the new eVito is where you charge your van, which is just down inside this area here. And once you pop it open, you can find both charging ports, including your fast charger just down at the bottom. Visually, the eVito looks very similar, pretty much identical in fact, to all of the other Vitos in the range. One of the only things that differentiates it is this little badge here. As you'd expect, there's a choice of wheel and tyre options depending on the specification that you go for. This is the 17-inch steel option, and there's also a 17-inch alloy. One of the great things about the eVito is you don't just get one side door, you get two. And there's more great news at the back as well. The rear doors on the eVito are particularly useful. They don't just open up as you'd expect, like this, but you can also really easily open them up even wider by just pushing them. You haven't got to mess around with any buttons or latches, so it gives you much more space to put whatever you need to carry. The cargo area inside the eVito is particularly generous. The battery's underneath the floor, so it means there's absolutely no loss of space, and you'll be able to get up to 3 Euro pallets inside. The dimensions for this particular eVito, which is the L2, are its 2,831mm in length. The load volume is 6 meters cubed. The maximum width inside is 1,685mm, and the height is 1,391mm. In addition, if you have an L3 eVito, you have even more space in the cargo area. There's also, as standard, this non-scratch plastic flooring and 8 tie-down hooks, which are really handy to stop any items you might have moving around. This eVito is fitted with the dealer fit option of plywood lining. But that's enough of the cargo area. Let's see what it's like out on the road. Now, when it comes to driving vans, comfort isn't something that usually comes to mind. But the eVito is a really comfortable place to be. You've got a great seating position, and the seats themselves aren't just really comfortable, but they're really durable too. And storage-wise, there's plenty of cubbies up here in the cabin. You've got plenty of cup holders up here and just down below in the door bin as well, where there's additional storage. You've even got a little place for your sunglasses up here, alongside all of the traditional storage that you'd expect in the glove box area, and also up here there's some areas for your paperwork too. Connectivity wise, there's 2 USB chargers down here, there's a 12 volt just down at the bottom, and you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are available to use using wired connection on the touchscreen just here. In some ways it feels like you're driving a car in the eVito because it's got lots of really nice touches you maybe wouldn't expect. You've got things like heated seats and also cruise control, which makes a real difference, especially on those longer journeys. Just because you're driving a van, it doesn't mean that safety is any less important. And the great news is, on the eVito, there is plenty of incredible safety systems to make your drive not just comfortable, but also really safe as well. Something that's worth knowing is this has actually got the NCAP Gold Award, which is the highest rated award that you can get for a van. Some of those safety features and systems on the eVito are things like hill assist, you've got pedestrian and cyclist detection, and also crosswind assist. Now, it goes without saying that when you're driving a van, you've always got really good vision up front here in the cabin, but you can sometimes become a little bit unstuck when you need to reverse or manoeuvre. Now the great thing about the eVito is it's got a really clear reversing camera, so it makes it an absolute breeze. Now when it comes to batteries, it's really simple on the eVito because there's only one battery across the whole range, and that's the 66 kWh battery, which will give you about 160 miles on a full charge, which is, let's face it, more than adequate for most people's usage. And if for any reason you do need to do a longer journey, if you stop off on a fast charger, you'll get from 0 to 80% in around half an hour. Now when it comes to performance, obviously it's not hugely important in a van, but the eVito produces 115 HP, which is more than enough to get you around in pretty much any situation, and it's ideal for nipping around town. Being an electric vehicle, it really does give you a little bit more power on demand than maybe you're used to in a petrol or diesel variant. Something that's worth considering if you are going to make the switch, or you're thinking about making the switch over to using an electric van, is using the Mercedes app, which is called EQ Ready. And on that app you'll be able to use lots of different functionality to see if electric will work for you and your business. You can also do things like have a virtual test drive, so it's really worthwhile to download and have a look at. Now talking of apps, you can also use the Mercedes-𝐬𝐿 app, which gives you incredible functionality when you're away from your van. You can do things like remotely lock and unlock your van, and even find charge points for when you're out on the road. The eVito doesn't just come fully loaded with lots of great safety and technology features, but it also comes with peace of mind. You get a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty, an 8-year battery warranty, and up to 30 years worth of award-winning Mercedes-Benz roadside assistance, as long as you make sure your van is maintained regularly at your local Mercedes-Benz van centre. So there you have it, the incredible new eVito. To find out more or to arrange a test drive, pop on down to your local Mercedes-Benz van centre in Exeter.